It's tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another District Gooner Pod. I'm KP, and joined virtually is Steven.
Hey, howdy.
Dude, we just, are coming off the Champions League home opener, and the Arsenal finished the game against PSV 4-0.
Uh-oh, 4-0.
It's the first 4-0 of the season. It's exciting. Obviously, there's going to be champagne. Not on this episode.
Yeah, out of town currently, but when I am back and we're together, there will be some popping going on.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, the next time you're back in the studio.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's fun, man. But hey, let's talk about the game. Obviously, the lineup came out and it was nothing like what I expected, at least. And Raya started in goal. It was actually, yeah, Raya started in goal. White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Odegaard, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Jesus got the nod to go at the 9, and then Trossard got the nod to go on the wing. What was your kind of vibes pre-match?
I texted you, said the manager's a madman. Um, Going for it, absolutely going for it. Pedal to the metal, all gas, no brakes. Um, Absolutely going for it. It's pretty close to actually what I predicted, except for even Raya in there. That was a big surprise. I did not expect that. Seeing Raya in there and Zinchenko, that he's gonna get a rest. I know we're gonna talk about at the end of the pod here, but there's kind of some questions now for this weekend's game, the derby. But yeah, strong lineup, man. As soon as I saw it came out, I was like, that's a dub. That's easy. Easy work.
It was such a strong lineup, and yeah, it was really cool. It had a good buzz about it, and the Arsenal started off on a strong foot. It was, I think, the earliest that we've scored this season. It was nice to get that early goal in the 8th minute. Saka gets a rebound goal, and uh, it was very well worked. But at the same time, I just felt like the goalkeeper could have done better, probably
Yeah.
from their perspective. But look, it's now the fourth consecutive game that Saka has a goal involvement. He had a goal and assist today, so really, really cool to see on a strong start.
Yeah, that guy. It was like you're saying. Obviously, the keeper wish he probably could have done better, but it's still a tough finish. No lie on his weak foot, putting it back across the keeper, slided it home, 1-0.
1-0, and then, dude, the game just was kind of. It just felt like we were so on top.
Oh yeah,
In the 20th minute, we double down. The thing about Arsenal is that I just feel like in a weird way, we are so well trained at being up 1-0, but it's only when we're up 1-0 early. Whenever we take a 1-0 lead, to your point of like 65th plus, that's the danger zone. But 1-0 in the first 30 is like, that's the sweet
we are
Arsenal
pushing.
spot, man.
Yeah, yeah. 1-0 early, we are pushing, and once the second one goes in, then it's a rout. Um, yeah, first part of the game though, we're all over them. Trying to think of any PSV chances. I mean, to be fair, I like that dude on the right wing for PSV. I like that guy, Bakayoko, I think his name was. He was actually showing something. De Jong up top, he did not have a great day. He did not have any pleasure out there. Um, but up until that second goal, yeah, we're all over him, like white on rice.
Yeah, honestly, the second goal came in. It was really nice. It was smooth. Jesus was the catalyst. Trossard just buried it. I believed he was going to put it in as soon as I saw it coming across, dude. And honestly, I wrote down here 25 minutes in, and I'm thinking, make sure the champagne is chilled.
was not prepared for that. I was not prepared.
Um, and then, like, dude, in the 30th minute, I just really felt like the stadium was buzzing. I Once the Ale Ale started being sung around the stadium, and we were up 2-0, all the momentum was with us. And then that's when we kind of started to take hold and bring it home with the third goal.
Yeah, yeah. I think the fans were in it from the beginning, which was nice. Um, the football on display was Arsenal, Arsenal football. It was on today. The touches were on. It was all coming off. Um, it's nice to see from the rough offensive start we've had, but things were just coming off. It was flowing. You could tell even they felt the freedom, the creativity. They were trying some of that stuff. I think it's been a little bit stiffer recently, but now they're feeling I can try this. So they're trying their little flicks and tricks. But this third goal to me is the goal of the match. This third goal was gross. So it started off with the goal kick, hit Jesus. He brought it down, plays it to the back line. He actually ends up at right back at one point. Okay, it swings around to the left, ends up with Trossard on the left channel, plays it across to Jesus. From right back, he's in the box on the right side, brings it down, he just drops the ball, bang. See you later. Back of the net. That was the goal of the match for me. That was smooth ball.
It was so good. The hit, you know, he hasn't had powerful goals for us. I feel like, and this was like I held the B down, bro.
There we go. Yeah, but the way he trapped the ball, man, the touch, it's almost like he put his cleats on top of it, his studs, just deadened it. Boom, and then yeah, like you're saying, then he put his laces through it. 3-0. What was it? 37 minutes in. It was the vibes were right. The vibes were absolutely right.
100%. And to your point, I think it was a it was a very silky game. So it was nice. You're right. It was, and I kept thinking to myself as I was watching that first half, like, wow, what a perfect game to kind of have this kickstart to the remaining games of this month. And it was exciting, man. The only thing I have to call out about the first half is that Benny Blanco just got the most Benny Blanco yellow card, and I was just there for it, man.
So funny. Uh, Dest, so the American right back, he's trying to dribble past people. He kind of got that was I was dying. I was actually laughing. He stuck out his hand and grabbed his leg. Like, how funny is that? No complaints, of course. He's like, that's fair. That's fair, ref. Yeah, yeah, hilarious.
So that was great. And then the second half, it was more of the same. I felt very good about the second half. I want to just say that there was one moment in particular where we got to see the fire in Declan Rice's
Oh
belly.
yeah,
And that was in
yes.
the 58th minute when he just really squared up with De Jong from PSV. There's a little bit of a "you stepped on me" situation, and a little bit of just too much. And he just literally, I read his lips, like, "Shut up!" It was so great, man. I was there for it.
That was funny. I really don't know what he was so upset about because he just went through the ball. He's playing the ball. De Jong's trying to win it, but he's just playing a pass. So like, I don't know what his deal was, but yeah, it seemed like he was gonna let it go. He kind of walked away, and he's like, you know what? No, screw that. It's 3-0. I don't know why you're talking shit. So yeah, he was. He went straight to the ref. He's like right in his ear. I think Declan's like, no, what's going on here? So, but it's nice to see players get like that. I think we're sometimes can be known as like a passive club. It's nice to have a player that can do that.
100%, dude. And it was also really fun to just see early subs. That was another thing about this game. So
Yes.
right as that happens, following that moment, we see two subs. Tommy comes in for Zinchenko. Reese comes in for Trossard. That's just in the 58th minute. And then like 10 minutes after that, 68th minute, more subs. Smith Rowe comes on, Vieira comes on for Saka and Jesus. And I was just really excited to see some of these players get time.
Yeah, no. So 3 goals in the first half. I knew there's gonna be subs coming in, so it's very cool. I think 2 guys that we've been hitting on so far, Smro and Reese, get to see quite a few minutes from him, which was very nice. Even Vieira, seen him in a different position. So he's playing the right wing. Like it's very cool to see. Very nice that the young guys are getting plenty of minutes. Um, I'm trying to see what your next note is here. Kai. I do have a question for you on Kai. How did you think he played today?
Kai Havertz,
Yes, Mr. Havertz.
I thought he had a great game. And it was just class on display towards the end. Some of the touches when he went up top. There were the oohs and ahs going around the stadium. Were a few that he brought down, and it was just reminding people of like, come on, like take it easy, man. I can't settle a ball, Like Champions League winner, by the way, which is like something to call out about this game. Pre-match, I think I heard them say that 6 Arsenal players made their Champions League debut.
Yes.
That's half of our team. They've never even played in this tournament, right? So it was really cool. And for Kai to come in, performance was great. He played 2/3 of the match in number 8, and then he finishes the game going up top. Dude, the physicality that takes is just, it's impressive.
Yes.
The touches were good. The passes were good. I thought he also was the catalyst for the 4th goal. He saw the release. He had a great spin, and he made the long run. Ben White found him, and then he was the sort of trigger point for that, which then Odegaard ended up finishing. So I was very pleased with his performance. I was really happy, man.
I agree. I think this was one of his better games. I think it's nice to see him next to Jesus. I noticed it maybe he's been doing this, but it's with Eddie. I just haven't been paying attention. But he plays really, really high sometimes, like off ball. He's so high. It's almost like the second striker. And I think when Eddie's there, he's staying up there, right? He's in the 9 position. He's gonna stay up top. Or Jesus is got the license to roam. I think that might have helped his game out a little bit. Instead of getting overcrowded at certain points, maybe confidence is low, but having some space to actually be able to make some touches, get into the game a bit. He's much more noticeable. He seemed much more inclined to receive a ball. I actually saw him turn and carry a ball a few times. Like, oh, that's new. Like that's nice to see. But yeah, the last bit of the game. So the last 30 minutes playing up top. I think he actually showed really, really good stuff for closing out a game, being able to settle balls, taking it off the head, taking it off the chest, holding people off. Yeah, very good game. Very good game from Havertz.
100%. I'm so glad you mentioned that. That was something I noticed as well with the pairing of Jesus and some of his free roaming and how high Kai Havertz was getting. And I thought to myself, the difference between Kai Havertz in the 8 and Vieira in the 8 was really clear. I did not see Vieira take up any of the same positions that really Kai Havertz was. So it just goes to show, like, a lot of rotations, a lot of things that we're seeing from the manager, like, they are intentional, and just kind of trust the process a little bit.
Yeah, I think you hit it almost on the head. Maybe that's why I was paying attention, because Vieira played so well on the weekend. So, Havertz is in. Let's see. So I'm really paying attention. I notice he's playing high. I think that's a great point. 2 different players, 2 different styles, but to say we know how structured the system is, to say that Arteta's not asking him to do that, he probably is, right? So that's a great point.
Yeah, so that's mostly everything I had about the game, to be honest with you. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Who was your man of the match?
Man of the match, I think Saka, the goal and the assist. And he was up for it today. Some of the moves he was putting on, I think it was interesting. He was up against the American, and dude, there were a couple of stepovers in the first half where he just really sent him. So I was very pleased with his performance.
Nice. I'll take Chassard. I was very impressed with his performance. I thought he played really well. Um, Involved a lot. Goal involvements involved plenty of times. Um, goal and assist as well. So maybe, hey, we'll chalk it as a draw there.
No, dude, that's fair. Everyone was up for it. And to be fair, I just thought Jesus was like trying to end careers out there in the first half. He was so up for it. All right, man. I feel like that's the game. Let's go into the second part and just look ahead to the weekend. Right there was I think one key talking point going into it, which is just who's going to play in goal for Arsenal at the North London Derby.
Yeah, and after today, so Raya's gotten two. I thought he played really well today. Um, Still liking what I see. I think from what we talked about last time. Very calm on the ball, very controlled. Coming out on free kicks and corners, he won quite a few out of the air, crosses even. Um, he looks very comfortable back there, and the team looks comfortable around him. How did you think? How did you think he went?
He was tested a little bit more today, and it was good. Again, he just feels very sure-handed, you know. And for the weekend, it's gotten to be really hard. I was thinking about this because so part of me was actually reflecting on the decision of having Raya play against Everton and thinking that it was both Raya and Kai Havertz, and some of the stuff that Arteta was saying post match of like kind of basically just like why is no one asking me about why Jesus was on the bench or like why
Uh-huh.
why Vieira played instead of Havertz and like you're all focused on this thing. So it's just it's really hard, man. I don't know what he's trying to pull off here, and I got a little worried today because after today, I was just really reflecting on your point about rewarding Ramsdale and for everything that he's done to get us to the Champions League the last couple of seasons. So it was hard, but also I thought what a good mentality challenge that the manager is throwing at him. That's how I kind of perceived it. It was like he is really testing this person's character at this moment in time, right? So, so will he play in the North London Derby? I don't think so. After what I saw today, I don't think so.
You're saying you don't think Ramsdale will play?
Yeah, I think it'll be Raya at the weekend in goal.
Ooh,
I would play
wow.
Ramsdale. Like as I'm predicting, my lineup would be Ramsdale, but my think it will be Raya. Where do you stand on that?
My gut tells me Ramsdale, to be honest with you. But how did we start this pod? The manager's a madman. um, we talked about this when we got Raya. I said there's something stinks, something smells, right? To make the move. Something's in the water, and I mean it's only 2 games, but it really feels significant for the Champions League game for him not to play. I was really surprised that Ramsdale didn't play this game. Um, like I said, you reward all these players for getting us to this spot. Ramsdale was a big part of that, and he was on the bench. So my guts tell me Ramsdale plays, but I think it's a toss up. To be honest with you, if Raya plays on the weekend, do you think that is a huge indication of what we're going to see moving forward?
No, because I think if Raya plays at the weekend, then against Brentford it'll be Ramsdale. There's you don't sit him 3 games in a row. So
Yeah, but that's the cup game. That's the Carabao Cup game. So playing Ramsdale there, that's not a huge significance, right? I'm talking regular season Premier League games. Do you think it's an indication or no? You don't think so?
not right now.
Okay.
Not right
Okay.
now. I think it's just giving him a run of games. Let's see. And I just feel like we're so like at the end of the day, just this fan base. I'm going to stick by the manager, dude. I'm gonna say, you know what, make the decisions that you're making. That's okay. At this point, three and a half years into this little thing now, like, I get it. First year where there's some doubts, sure, right? But in the long run, he has delivered so far. So I'm still going to be patient with the long term project and say, make the decisions you're making. I trust it. I don't know exactly what you're testing or what you're looking at, and maybe it just literally is. Maybe he used the last two games to really fire up Ramsdale, and maybe he'll put him in North London, and he will just have an amazing game. Right? We still haven't seen the shot stopping from Raya that I would feel sort of really confident about. I've seen Ramsdale shot stopping, so I know that when it comes to some of those one-on-ones against a very, like, I don't know, counter-attacking sort of traditionally, but sometimes like with this new Ange ball, like they are trying to kitchen sink stuff. So if they are just coming at us, I would maybe feel a little more confident in Ramsdale, just because I've seen the saves that he's capable of, and it feels to me more of a make saves game.
All right, Keon, I love the calm, composed response there. I feel like I was trying to light a fire there and see what I was trying to stoke something. Good response. I like that. I like that. Stick with the manager.
With the manager, man, and I'll tell you what, the rest of the lineup for me, same team that played today, except I would play Rams though.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I agree. I think we play pretty much the exact same team. I'll put in Fabio just to make it different. Fabio at the left 8. But hey, I think it's putting out strong teams. So we're gonna have reprieve next Wednesday, Carabao Cup. That's a big rotation day, so we're not playing 3 games. But we gotta hit this one hard. Goodison Park was gonna be a tough game. Got the 3 points. This one, we know it's a tough game. It's a derby game. Got to get the 3. Got to win your home games against top 6 competition. That's how you have to win your home games if you want to compete with who we're trying to compete with. Those who must not be named, but you must win your home games against the top 6. So strong team. I agree.
Yeah, and predictions for the game. I want to see a performance. I really do, and I think we will, if today was any indication of what's to come. Because how I felt post this game was the first 5 or so games that we've had so far, I haven't felt like, one, it's been our strongest 11s that we've like really fielded. I haven't felt like we've been in like full flow and in our like full gear. But I feel like the other side has been outperforming expectations in the first 5 games, right? Like we haven't even really met our expectations in the first 5 games. So that's what's really exciting to me for this game. And my prediction is that we will exceed expectations. It's a home game, so 4-0. Double the champagne popping, dude, when you're back.
4-0. Wow. Okay. I'll echo what you're saying. From this performance, I think the vibe is right. Things are finally starting to click. I would define this as the offensive unit is now clicking. The type of football we want to play, seems like we got glimpses of it that we're used to. That real firepower. Some people got off, say Jesus, he's off to a good start now. Got his first goal. I think we win the game, of course, because that's what we do. I'll go 3-1. I don't. There's going to be goals. We will see goals.
Yeah.
I also have 4 goals, but I'm giving the other guys 1. 3-1.
3-1's a good shout, dude. And I don't think they're going to score on us.
Yeah, and guess what? They're not going to get a Harry Kane penalty. So We have that. We have that in our back pocket. Our ace. Like
Yeah. Do you wanna go around the league? I don't know. I don't know the other
I
matchups
I
for.
looked, not very good. Saturday, not a very good day. United, Burnley. Burnley at home. That's good. That might be a good game. And then on Sunday, obviously, our game is the game of the weekend. Um, but Liverpool and West Ham play. That might be decent.
At the same time, I'm surprised our game isn't the primetime game.
I know that doesn't make much sense.
I didn't realize we were at 9 a.m. This whole time in my head, we were at 11:30.
Don't hate it. I like me an early game personally. Um, don't hate it, but that is a surprise. Not a lot of great ones this weekend. Do you have any? Are you seeing any?
No, I'm looking at this. Obviously, the Burnley matchup is intriguing for just bants purposes.
Exactly.
Nottingham Forest, they might have something in the bag. They might, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm going to watch any football on Saturday from just what I'm seeing. So that that makes weekend planning like a lot easier. And then, well, Chelsea Aston Villa will be fun because I think Aston Villa will win. So,
Une. That's a good shout actually. I think Une and them boys over there, they clean out Chelsea.
yeah, so that'll be fun. I think Watkins will score. All right, man. Well, maybe with that we can thank everyone for spending time with us. Thank you for joining virtually, man. This was fun. I
You too.
This is kind of a different setup, right? We'll see how it goes, and we'll see what folks think about it.
I always make time for you. Come on.
Hey, if you like the podcast, please rate or leave a review. You can also just share it on social. It's the best way for others to find out about us. And we will see you and chat with you after the North London Derby at some point. Hopefully, very positively with smiles on our face, as we always have it.
Come on, you Gunners.